Good morning, this is Raven. This is my daily tarot offering and today crystal offering. My channel is crystals and tarot, so that works, and witchcraft. Thank you for coming. So this is for Wednesday, and Bloodstone called out to me. This is a dark green stone, probably kind of difficult to see here. A dark green stone with red inclusions in it, red swirls, and it's pretty opaque. This one is a little greener with sort of these red, blood red, ox red. Ooh, there's lots of red on that side. So, true to the chakra color system that the stones tend to go along, it connects the heart and the root chakra, which is red, and the heart, which is green. And I'm going to say solar plexus too, because what if the energy of the root and the energy of the heart meet in the solar plexus? That's what it feels like. When I meditated with this stone, it feels very couragey. It's yang. It's known for courage. I didn't just make that one up. And I think that's because when it's sort of like being a true warrior, you are connecting this kind of bloodlust ability of the root, this almost like your instinctual lizard brain part of you to the heart part of you, to having valor, to having a purpose for what you're doing, to protecting your tribe, that kind of thing. So I'm going to call this a warrior stone. It's been used for a lot of different things, but that's how I'm feeling this today. And let's see how that's going to come through for us on this lovely Wednesday. Being inspired with a bit of bloodstone, or as I like to call it, bloodstone. Bloodstone. I might have to take that part out. All right, getting loopy. My third day without food. So, the 5 of Swords. Interesting. That would be the first one that comes up. The Devil. All right, yes, getting our blood on for sure. And the Justice card. So first of all, a couple of major arcanas in here. There's no joking around today. This is a day of some consequence. There is some movement happening in us and some real opportunity and invitation to honesty, I'm going to say, between the Devil and the deep blue sea. I mean, the 5 of Swords. And then Justice, kind of contextualizing all of that. Let's start with the Devil. This is the one that always gives everyone a leap of fright because of the connotations. Maybe rightfully so, but of course we're not just talking about evil. When we think of the devil in the Christian context, it's sort of like the impersonification of evil. That is not what's happening here. That is not it, unless you want to get kind of meta about it. What we're talking about is illusion, and the illusion of ego and the illusion of self. And a lot of times that comes out in the stories we're telling ourselves around our limitations. This duality experience would be one of those stories of limitation, male or female, yes or no. Aggressive or passive. These are lies, in other words. So that's what I mean by illusion. In that sense, maybe the evil thing can come through because evil is also an illusion. It works through bringing us away from the absolute truth of the matter, which is the opposite of evil. It is connection. It is that we're here for a karmic purpose that is bringing us closer to and more into connection and not away from it. If in this lifetime we're having the opposite of that, then we're missing our karmic purpose. But the devil is the devil card represents the illusions that bring us further away from connection to universal love and to intuitive experience and to subtle experience. Even for those people who are really into subtle experience and disconnection, I'm going to say they're still missing the point grandly, as you can see by the shambles that are their lives generally. So, yeah, the devil and the Five of Swords. These two cards deeply connected. If I had to find a card in the minor arcana that represented the major arcana card, it would probably be this one. This is sort of the myth of isolation. It also has a positive side. It's a pretty shadowy, centric card. You can see by these ominous clouds and the dejected people in the background. There's sort of this idea that this figure is under like a lack illusion of not having enough and having to exclude themselves from other people. Sometimes that's the friggin' case, you know, sometimes there isn't enough and those people shouldn't be there, but that's probably not even the card that will come up if that's the case. You know, this sort of selfish focus, for lack of a better word, certainly can have its place, but all in all, this is a pretty shadow side type of card. And it's, again, the illusion of the ego, the illusion that there's not enough, that you don't have what you need, that the constrictions that are there are not of your own making in some way. And I'm going to give, you know, a nod to privilege here. Like if you're in a fucking immigrant camp, if you're currently being attacked, like this, what I'm saying is going to sound pretty privileged and ridiculous. But when I say we, I also mean the collective we. It's not just the individual. So we as a collective are absolutely in the grip of illusion, absolutely in the lack mentality. Even the way that we're just consuming and consuming and growing, that's because of a lack mentality. This overgrowth is kind of like the obesity of the culture of the planet. And then the Justice. Wow, so this is really feeling more and more like a super collective card. I'm wondering, I'm doing this a couple days beforehand, and so, yeah, I'm wondering what's going to be happening politically on Wednesday. So Justice is, in this sense, like aligned with the devil and the Five of Swords. I feel like this really has to do with, you know, justice, laws, social justice, being ready for mercy as well as being ready for judgment. That's why this figure has their sword sort of poised upright, and the scales, which represent impartiality in our culture, in between these pillars of decision, of duality. And and I'd say even like that purple cloth behind it is a bit of the privilege and the royal and where these decisions come from. So that is somehow at play today with our propensity for self-delusion. Yeah, I am really interested in how this is going to feel on Wednesday. So Justice asks us, you know, this is sort of a card that can have a very strong shadow side as well as a very strong light side. And of course, this is all coming through with the warrior. The warrior and courage and connecting the needs of the instincts to the needs of the heart, because ultimately justice is about our communal experience. It's about the way that we organize ourselves as a society. And this might come out, of course, it will. If it's coming out in the collective, it's also going to come out individually in the decisions that need to be made on this very day. And the sort of courage to step outside of the narrow perspective, and the courage to get that those instinctual needs, to connect to the prerogative of the heart, which is to open. Hearts do not close unless they are in crisis or in trauma or something. Hearts are opening organs. I mean, energetic organs, of course, but the chakra, or even the physical heart. So I'm going to leave that there. It's so interesting. It really makes me feel like the Bloodstone is even more like a transpersonal stone and an interpersonal stone. Some people also connect this up to the third eye. So it really does this kind of like hopscotch through the energetic body, connecting the various parts of the self into synergy and into harmony, into justice, into having the balance and having the mercy available, grace available. So here you have it, Bloodstone and the Devil, very rock and roll. All right, my dears, thank you for listening all the way through. That means the world to me. Anyone have any comments about what this is looking like in their lives or in our lives? I would love to hear it. And if you would like a full reading from me or a healing from me, what you'll do is click in the link in the bio or in the banner if you're on YouTube, and there you will have access to my website where you can get all that good stuff. So, much love to all of you. Take care of yourselves today and have courage. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.